baby. You called it season 2?
Yes.
Season 2, 6 Sports podcast. We're back. Sorry for the delay, but we've been having fun all day. You got your boy Jipper Jones. Beep, beep, beep.
Black Magic.
Meat stick.
Hell yeah, episode 50. What is it?
50.
Huh?
50.
We're back.
50.
50. Not cent. Fucking episode. Let's go. Take it away, Meat Stick.
Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. That's how you're going to get the jerseys. And you got to show support.
Hell yeah, brother.
We also have shout-outs to J-Frames, Kilo Beats, Peel It Once.
We got shout-outs to Helping Hand, Vaughn City Customs, 421 Customs as well, and Smoking Blunts.
Shout out to the Colorado Avalanche.
All right, boys and girls, we have such a good show ahead of us. We have the playoffs.
Can't believe it, boys. Halfway Century Club 50, lifty 50. Let's go.
And since we haven't been around, we're going to be talking a lot about the playoffs. We're going to go from the first round.
Playoffs? We're just trying to win a game.
Oh, Jim Moore, man. I'll never
Let's
forget
go.
that.
We're going to be talking about the
Is that
first.
Duke?
No, that was Jim Moore, like, after he lost to the Colts in 2001.
I knew it was blue.
We're going to be talking about the first round of every series, the second round, the third rounds in basketball. We have it all. We have the Jays, how they're doing shitty, but hopefully they could turn around with Cincinnati. We'll get into that, though. We just have a good show. So we're going to start off with hockey.
Woo-wee!
And I think it's fitting because we're 6 Sports. Start off with the Leafs versus Tampa.
Oh, God. Jesus Christ.
All right, I got to take a piss. I'll be back. Hey, what can you say? Another year for the Maple Leafs fans. Yeah, team was good. Squad was good. Had a chance to bury it and get it done in Game 6, but not pointing fingers. I underestimated Campbell going in, but he played pretty well. Better than I thought he would. It's not an Andre Vasilevsky, who's the Great Wall of China.
Got to understand, too, Tampa Bay's a well-built team, won 2 championships the last 2 years, still in there, doing their thing. We'll get into what they're doing later on, though. But right now, Tampa Bay is a golden team. They've been there. I hate Corey Perry, but this season, I wish we had him on our team, though. He's just one of those guys that piss you off that you want him on your team.
He's a love-to-hate guy, you're trying to say. You hate him, but when he's on your team, you love him.
Marchand,
yeah. He's someone we needed, you know?
Okay, I got you.
The Leafs are missing that type of player. A guy who goes in there, stirs the shit, draws the penalty.
No, we just have Kyle Clifford coming in hot, fucking bang it, shoulder to the back.
That was a message.
Was that like Ty Domi back in the late 90s, early 2000s?
No, Ty Domi did it on his own. I think Clifford was the guy. It came out wrong, the way you hit him, but I think the message was supposed to be a hard, clean hit, but he came up short.
And Wade Simmons gets benched. Come on.
The best is the people arguing about Kyle Clifford, acting like he was going to play more games in the playoffs anyways. That was his one time to shine, and it didn't work out. So, other than that, Tampa Bay's, they were a good team. What do you expect? They're still in there.
Champions for a reason, back to back.
Twice in a row, we'll get into what they're doing right now, and I'm telling you right now, even what they're doing right now is just incredible.
Honestly, we just ran into a Chinese wall called Andre Vasilevsky. That guy's incredible.
Stamkos' leadership,
cool under
Kucherov,
pressure, you can
toughness.
see it cold as ice, man. Good guy.
But the Leafs, they're a young team, and these guys are a lot of veteran players, like Kucherov and stuff. Expect better when it comes out to it. Let the team play. We're not going to have all the same players because of the salary cap issues, obviously. We have a lot of one-term deals because we have high expensive players, but at the same time, you could afford a guy like Spezza to come back, which I want. I want Spezza.
Spezza's good, yeah.
He's a heart, man. I don't know why we play him on the 4th line. He should be on the 3rd. Also, Matthews made noise this year, which he hasn't done in other playoffs. Marner also made noise. And Nylander, he's still around, but he's the odd man out, I think.
Everybody's chirping him about pussying out in the corner and shit that one game, but then he
that
comes
can't
back.
lie.
Yeah,
What about Morgan Riley? What's he up to?
They're keeping
that guy
him.
was good, man. He scored a couple goals, holding it down.
That's your stud on defense, for sure.
Fighting the biggest guy on their team and shit.
If they're going to get rid of a defense, it'll be Giordano and Muzzin before they get rid of Riley.
Get the fuck rid of Muzzin, man. I don't like that guy.
I like Muzzin, but when he plays. But when you're injured, you're useless.
Man. Even when he's playing, he's good for one play a game, and the rest of the game he stinks.
What's next for the Leafs? Because that's our team. I'm going to say try and maintain what they have there. Try and stay within the salary cap. Maybe bring in another goaltender. It depends.
Yeah, I'd love to.
But Hall has to go. Yeah. That's one guy for sure.
See ya, bud.
And I'd hate to say it, Matthews, Tavares, Marner, Nylander. That's the top 4. If they're going to trade one guy, it'll probably be
Riley's
Nylander.
In there too.
Yeah, but I'm going with the top 4 offense. You're going to trade an offense out for an offensive min. I hate to say Nylander because
he's such a tough call. Exactly, Willie Styles, man. I love that guy.
He's actually one of the only guys at a proper contract right now too. So it's like Matthews, Tavares, and Marner are all at $10 million. If you sell one of those contracts, you can get 2 good players for the price of one.
Yeah.
And you could probably trade for 2 veteran rookie players, like at that 23, 24-year-old age. Where
just give us a call, Cale Makar, and we're good to go.
But as I said, it was a good season for the Leafs. Went to Game 7 against Tampa. It sucks it's the first round, but I'd rather be facing Boston this year, surprisingly. But we got Tampa.
Yeah, we won a playoff since I was in fucking high school, man. Jesus Christ.
But look at our division. Yeah. Boston, Tampa, Florida. Like,
it's just like
speaking of which division, man. You guys like this old, you got like this new NHL playoff format. No, you want to go back to the 1-8?
Yeah. 1-8.
I prefer. You know what? People are talking about that on the U.S. radio. Some like it, some don't. Me personally, Gary Bettman's like, well, it's good. I'm like, I don't give a fuck what Gary Bettman says. I like the 1-8.
Yeah, that's the way it should go. Like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Thank you.
But yeah, Tampa ended up winning the series, Game 7.
Hey man, they're a wagon. They're a wagon. They got the best goalie in the world, and like maybe the best goalie of all time.
You can't even rag on the defense
because he's still doing it.
Over at Patrick Roy, Martin Brodeur.
I'm not saying he is right now, but I'm saying he has the potential. Like he's got a lot of skills.
He got two Stanley Cups.
He's young. He's like 26.
They also have Lindgren sitting in the back. They have Sandin sitting in the back. They have some future studs coming on defense. So it's like, I don't know what they're gonna do. I really don't. I hope for the best. I think if they stick with this core, they'll do better next year. Every single year they stick with this core, they're going to get older together, they're going to mature together, and they get to know each other's sticks together. Like,
I hope so. I hope you're right.
But let's get on to it. We have the Eastern Conference first round. We have the Rangers versus...
Only 36 years, everybody. It's cool.
Yeah. We have the Rangers versus Pittsburgh. Great series. Crosby returned Game 7. Rangers got it done in OT 4-3. With Panarin getting the winner.
That guy was sleeping the whole series, and then he gets the GWG.
After that, we had Carolina, Boston.
Boston.
Tough, hard-hitting series.
Scumbags.
Two teams that battled to Game 7. Carolina won 3-2 to advance, which was... I had that pick.
That was a great series.
Rod the Bod, they got a good team. That's Wayne Gretzky's pick to win the whole thing.
Basically, all the home teams won that series.
Yeah. Game 2 kind of decided for me. Boston looked like shit.
That series was every home team won.
Then we have Florida versus Washington. Florida took Washington in Game 6. Florida looks like a great team with the addition of Claude Giroux.
Washington came out strong. They were up like 2-0 or 2-1, and then Florida just turned it around and fucking was like,
I remember that game. It was
President's
Game 6.
Trophy winners,
Game 6, they're down 3-1. And the game 6, they're down 3-1 going into the third period, and Florida turns it up, scored 4 goals.
Yeah. I was there 2
Carter
Verhaeghe. Toronto teams.
Carter Verhaeghe.
Oh, Tampa.
Shout out. Guy's a boss.
But those
For all you people
Tampa Bay
in
and
pools
Florida.
and shit
They don't even have
Carter
ice.
Verhaeghe from Florida Panthers. Pick that guy up.
They should call Miami Panthers instead of freaking Florida Panthers. I don't get what these teams use a state name
I
instead
agree
of
with that.
like Colorado Avalanche. Why did Denver? Well, that's not stuff for another day. Yeah. That's just me.
We have Calgary versus
Seattle.
Dallas, we're getting to the Western Conference now. Beautiful hockey, crazy enough to get to Game 7. Brady Tkachuk was an amazing human being going to support his brother. A lot of people are saying, he
just got sponsored by Budweiser today.
Brady Tkachuk, that's
Ottawa.
Matthew Tkachuk's brother.
Why are you giving him a hard time for it?
Yeah, that's a lot of fans are. They're like, he's an Ottawa guy, blah, blah, blah. On his shirt, he does not have...
They're giving him shit because he's out in the fucking stands crushing beers, like not saying his shit.
Yeah,
that's his brother.
That's what I mean. He had a kid. He had like a 3-year-old kid on his shoulders after the game winner and shit. He's like bombed.
By the way, that final against Dallas...
Yeah, that was sick. Jamie
Calgary
Benn,
wins.
shout out.
Johnny Gaudreau got the OT winner.
Johnny Ham and Cheese, boy.
Game 7, 3-2 OT winner, Johnny Gaudreau. Great series. If that's something you can watch on a tape.
You know why they call him Johnny Ham and Cheese? Because like he'll go to like top-notch restaurants, like sushi places, and like the team, like all the boys, right? We're going to get steaks, blah blah blah. He's like, I'll just get like a nice ham and cheese sandwich and shit. Like everywhere he goes, and that's his pregame meal too. So that's why they call him Johnny Ham and Cheese. Side note for all you fans out there. Next,
we have a Blues versus Wild series.
You know what? I had Minnesota winning that freaking series, and St. Louis came back and won that series.
Ryan O'Reilly is actually someone we should be talking about right now. That's a dangerous player. That's a guy the Leafs could use.
Boy, that team is stacked.
But I don't know his contract's at. But
he's a leader. That guy's money in the bank. Ryan O'Reilly, Jordan Kyrou, Vladimir Tarasenko, fucking David Perron, Justin Fall.
Tarasenko had a shoulder injury for a long time,
Then they got Bennington in net.
Bennington is my goaltender.
That guy saved 54 or 57 shots in that first game against Colorado, but
badass.
If Colorado plays like that every game, holy shit.
Well, they won Game 6, 5-1, which was a slaughter. Okay, now we're getting to Edmonton versus LA, which was a good series.
Kind of ironic, man. The teams that changed hockey forever when they traded Gretzky to LA.
How ironic was it?
He was going to go to
for all the
Detroit.
Canadian teams.
He wanted to go to Detroit, and his dad convinced him to go to LA to spread the hockey to the States and shit.
Which is good. I agree.
Then Paulina Gretzky came into the boat. That's all I was.
Paulina
Gretzky,
Ooh, Dustin Johnson, you lucky son of a gun.
Kings push Edmonton to the brink. Edmonton wins Game 7, 2-0. David is a beast.
Kopitar was playing with a broken ankle, too.
McDavid's a beast, though.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
He put the team on his back and went with it. And same with Draisaitl. He's injured, too. His ankle's fucked up.
Now, of course, we're going to end this one
with
with
the Rangers, Carolina coming out.
I just saw Christian McCaffrey banging the freaking drum for him to come into the game, man.
Let's go.
We have Colorado
Carolina
versus
Panther,
Nashville
baby.
Preds right now. Colorado just basically trashed Nashville the whole
4-0,
series.
bud.
I didn't
So
watch that series.
it was a 4-0 sweep.
Sweep.
That was the only sweep in the playoffs, right?
Yeah,
NHL so
game
far.
one was like
Colorado, to
7-1,
me, is
man.
the team to beat in the playoffs. Listen to the scores in the
As
4
long as they can
games.
stay healthy.
7-2 was the first
But their
game.
goalie.
2-1 OT was the second game. Then we went to 7-3 and 5-3. They trashed Nashville. Nashville has to hit the books again, rebuild, do something.
Big ups to Roman Josi, though. First defenseman to score 100 points in the season in a long time.
Shout out to you, but you're trade
He
bait
should
now.
have got a defenseman of the year, but Cale Makar got it.
There was nothing really close in this
Advantage, Ed.
series.
I know,
Nothing
yeah,
really
I
close
think.
in this series at all. Now we're in the second round currently. Colorado St. Louis is all tied up at 1-1. Colorado took this first game 3-2 in overtime, and the second game was 4-1 St. Louis, which is a huge difference to
That's a
what
wake-up.
Colorado's ever
Let's
seen.
go, yeah, bud.
They were probably dicking around on the ice and whatever happened.
Was that game in Colorado, too? Fucking holy.
Yep. Calgary versus Edmonton, 1-0 Calgary. Calgary pumped Edmonton 9-6.
15 goals in game one.
Which is absolutely nuts. Then we have the Battle of Florida, Florida. We have Florida versus Tampa. Tampa's up 2-0. This is what I was talking about with the Leafs, okay? Florida's a great team, and they're getting pumped 2-0. When the Leafs went 1-1, 2-1, 2-2, it kept going like that.
Mm-hmm.
Leafs had a better chance than Florida, in my books.
Yeah.
It's just they got the rough setup. I think Tampa Bay has a chance for the Cup, and I think it's going to be Tampa Bay versus Colorado in the Cup. Big prediction.
Ironic. Avalanche, Lightning. That'll be a good Stanley Cup.
Tampa Bay is a championship team. They've been
They
there
have
before.
the goalie, man. I told you right from the get-go, you have to have the goalie.
That last game, did you watch them? They got injured. There was guys going towards the back of the room, and there was guys coming out the room with those injuries, just iced up, ready to go.
Passion to win, man. The will to win, man.
Stamkos is a beauty. Corey Perry, I hate to say it, is a beauty in hockey. I'd love to have him on my team.
Weasel. Sorry, we're looking over here because the Rangers Carolina game's on.
Speaking of Carolina Rangers, that's next on the list. That's 1-0 for Carolina. First game went to OT. Looks like this series could
Sebastian
be a battle.
Aho scores it with a minute left in the game, and then OT win. Fucking let's go, Buffalo.
And
that's what you got for hockey?
Yeah, and to end it all off, I would like to say this is this day in history.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to another edition of This Day in Sports History with your boy BM, aka Black Magic. Just want to talk about a little sports history today, so I'm gonna dive right into it. On this day in sports history, Roger Clemens won his first baseball game as a pitcher in 1984, the Rocket. So congratulations to him. And on this day too, Michael Jordan won a second of 5 MVP awards. 1991, he won a second MVP en route to Finals MVP in his first NBA championship in 1991 in the Chicago Bulls dynasty. That's when that dynasty began. And you see me rocking the Raptors gear and everything. I know it's a painful day for Raptor fans, especially for me, because I was heartbroken. But 21 years ago today, Vince Carter missed that ill-fated jumper with 2 seconds left to lose. We lost that horrible heartbreaker to the Philadelphia 76ers in 2001, the 7-game that series. It broke my heart, and the Raptors, in my opinion, never recovered until Masai came back. And then you know what happened. Kawhi hit the shot against Philadelphia, and the story's history. But for me personally, that shot we missed in 2001, I knew right there then we just never recovered. Vince Carter was never the same player ever again, and it was just downhill from there. I know he took a lot of flack for going to college, going to graduation that day. Me personally, I have my views on that, but I'll talk about that some other time on the podcast. But I still remember that day, man. Like, it was so heartbroken. Me and my boys were watching that game, and it was heartbroken, man. But that's what I got for you today in This Day in Sports History with your boy Black Magic. Make sure to check in that 6Sports. Check out our YouTube page. Check out our IG page, our Facebook page, and we have a TikTok page coming up. Remember, like, share, subscribe. Take care, y'all. Peace.
So what do you want to dive into next?
Okay, so this day in history, that's a pretty cool fact about the Raptors there. You want to dive into, what do you have up on the deck?
I got basketball, I got Formula One, I got MLB, I got Premier League, I got NFL. Like
Let's do the Formula One, then we'll get to the NBA.
Sounds good to me.
Well, Formula One, basically, I love it. Never used to, but I don't know. I think it's a guy thing once you see it, once you get focused on it. Netflix has a series called Formula One Drive to Survive. Watch it, you'll get addicted, you'll love it. Wow. Formula One, it's all within points, right? So it's all like pole position. You got to start first or second. If you start first and second, as long as you drive correctly, like you should win the race, right? It's like basically impossible to win unless someone crashes or your tires are fucked or whatever. But first place is Ferrari, whom Ferrari's been sitting in the basement for the last like 5 to 7 years. So they're pissed off, and they came out with this new car this year. Charles Leclerc, this French guy, born and raised from Monaco.
It's always some French guy.
Charles Leclerc, good-looking dude, bro.
Talladega Nights reference.
Charles Leclerc. He's got 102 points.
Wasn't Sacha Baron Cohen in that movie too?
Yeah, they're crepes.
Yeah, I remember that.
And then my favorite guy, Max Verstappen, he's Dutch. He's Team Red Bull. He's the last year's champion. He's right behind him with 85 from 102, but his first 2 matches, his car crapped out, like engine failure, like right at the end of the race, so he'll be in the thing. His teammate, Sergio Perez, 66 points. Then we got George Russell, who was driving for another team, but Mercedes-Benz dropped Valtteri Bottas, and they picked him up, and he's doing better than Lewis Hamilton this season. So George Russell, 59 points. Then we got Sainz Jr., he's driving for Ferrari as well, so Ferrari's in 1 and 5.
How did point system
Red Bull
work there?
It's like on your finish, like first place. If you're in top 5, if like it's one,
you get a certain amount of points.
I'm still learning, for like pole position and shit.
It's American.
Because like first days, like get to know the track day. Then the second days, you just try to set the best time, and whoever has the best time starts in first. Second best time starts in second. Third, fourth, fifth, sixth, blah blah blah. And then Lewis Hamilton, he's in 6th with 36 points. So like champion who's won like 7 years in a row type shit. From 102 down to 36. He's just, that's the thing, cars just are evolving, and Mercedes hasn't like adapted. Like Ferrari's been in the basement, right? They're doing it now. Then Lando Norris, 35 points. Valtteri Bottas, 30 points. Adrian Ocon, 24 points. And then we got Magnussen with 15 points. For all you Formula One lovers out there like me. So boom, Chipper Jones got you covered. Let's go.
All right, now you want to hit up the NBA?
Take it away there, fella.
All right, so I'm going to list off the first round for you. And you just add your points into this, and you tell me what you think, all right?
Got it. That
sounds good.
So we're going to start with the NBA. First round in the East. We had Miami Heat 4, Atlanta to 1. What did you think about that?
Miami was a superior team to Atlanta, man. Like, Atlanta had a lot of injuries. Trae Young had a bad playoff series. He only averaged 20 points on one game, that game they won in game 2, or game 3. And I was kind of irritated with that last play in game 5 where they didn't get a shot off. I would have rather, if they had missed that shot, get the ball to Trae, and Trae missed a shot. I've been cool with them going down like that, but it was a bad year for Atlanta Hawks after going to Eastern Conference Finals. After last year, I think Trae Young's. I think it's gonna humble Trae Young. I think he's gonna come up better next season, and he's gonna work on the shot selection. A lot of injuries for that team this year, but like I said, Miami's a superior team, and shout out to the Heat.
Maybe not next year, but do you think Trae Young stays with Atlanta through his whole career?
Full career, I don't know, but
we don't know. But for now,
do you think they're gonna hit a championship in the next couple of years? Because that could change someone's mindset with all the teams in the East right now.
Gotta get some pieces.
Well, Boston ain't going anywhere anytime soon. Philadelphia, the question mark on them. We'll dive into more into that, but I got a lot to say about that though.
Okay, so next up is Boston Celtics versus New York Nets. 4-0.
Brooklyn Nets.
Okay, I had Brooklyn in 7.
I had Brooklyn too.
Because I believe in KD and Kyrie. They're superior. But this is a coming out party for Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. After that Game 1 victory, because Kyrie put on a show in Game 1, and I know the fans were hassling Kyrie a lot. But after that, man, like I just couldn't believe Kevin Durant. He's an all-time great, and the way they were getting physical with KD, I just couldn't believe it, man.
Yeah, throwing him off his game.
And he's like, he wasn't aggressive. Just not the Kevin Durant I know. And I'm thinking to myself, they go back to Brooklyn, they'll figure it out. Didn't happen. And in game 4, KD shows up, but it was too late.
Can't do it on your own.
Boston was a superior team, and shout out to the Boston Celtics.
Browns.
Does Brooklyn keep Kyrie?
We'll talk about that. We'll definitely get into that later on in the show, but that's a big if. But like I said, shout out to the Boston Celtics. I think this is good. I think Kevin Durant will come back stronger, and Ben Simmons is another topic for another day.
No, let me get into that, actually. That guy's a coward, okay? I'll end it with that for now. That's a coward move.
Oh, I
don't believe in that back surgery you had. I think that's to keep your money in your pocket right now, okay? For Philly. But we'll get into that later on. I think you're a coward. You shouldn't be playing. I agree with Stephen A. Smith 100% what he says about that man.
I believe in injuries, and if you're hurt, then I believe you. But if you're not, then yeah, that's bullshit.
Oh, mental health broke my back. Fuck that. I don't care.
Back injuries are serious. I had one.
I have one too.
Yeah, but your mental health caused it? Or did hard work cause it?
No,
snowboarding
caused it.
Okay, so Bucks
Mount
Chicago.
Chicopee.
Bucks 4-1 against Chicago.
Well, we saw the return of DeMar DeRozan. He plays great in the regular season, off season.
He had one good game.
That one good game, 41 points in game 2, and when they won that game.
So I was like, come on, he's gonna do it.
That proves the Raptors a good trade, does it?
No, Zach LaVine played. He played.
He just wasn't that great.
Yeah, and Chris Middleton sprained his MCL in game 2 of that series.
So injuries kind of rocked.
No. But like,
still,
not having Lonzo Ball kind of hurt them big time.
Big time.
Because Lonzo Ball would have changed it. But like I said, we saw the old DeMar DeRozan that we see in Toronto for the last 5-6 years in the playoffs. So
you want to talk about hurt? 76ers versus the Raptors, 4-2 76ers.
Well, basically, people believe that Joel Embiid injured Scotty Barnes on purpose and he stepped on his ankle in game 1. I don't know if you guys think he did deliberately. Game 2, we came out flat. Game 3, we had game 3, but Joel got lucky in that shot. Game 4 and 5, we won game 4 and 5. I'm okay, I got this coming. But the pressure of Doc Rivers saying that if these guys if they lose game 6, all that noise talking about blowing 3-1 lead, it was gonna come back and creep on top of it. But they balled. Here's
a fact, though.
It was a good first half in game 6, but second half Philadelphia just turned it up.
Here's a fact: if Raptors won that last game 7, Embiid would have been out.
Yeah,
well, that's what I mean. If he did do that on purpose, that's why he was out. He had a concussion.
Oh, I actually love Siakam.
By the way, 6 shout out to Scotty Barnes to win Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, shout out.
Third Raptor player in his franchise to win the Rookie of the Year. Damon Simon 96, Vince Carter 99, and then Scotty this past season. So shout out to Scotty Barnes.
Yeah. All right, let's get into the West now. West, you have Suns versus Pelicans, 4-2 Suns.
Pelicans show me something that series, man.
Yeah, me too, man.
Pelicans show me something.
Everybody's talking sweep and shit.
Do they keep
bro?
CJ?
Zion.
Well, Zion.
If Zion comes back healthy and in shape.
Zion said they didn't want him to play. He wanted to play. I don't believe anything that comes out of Zion. I don't believe anything come out of Zion's goddamn
Something's weird about him. I can't put my finger on it. He doesn't even have too much interviews too, so I can't go off.
This guy's like the next, he's supposed to be the next.
He just needs to get healthy.
Big deal. Yeah.
He needs to get healthy and just trim in his weight.
Because when he was out of shape and he wanted to play, he's out there like dribbling in his jeans and shit and like doing reverse dunks and like the team's like, what the fuck are you doing? But clearly he can fucking do it.
He can ball. Right? He just needs to work on his weight. His health is weight.
Just like Vladimir Guerrero Jr., buddy. You're a great player, but imagine you cut 40 pounds and added some muscle.
When Charles Barkley got drafted by Philadelphia 84, Moses Malone told him, "You're fat, get in shape." And Charles Barkley actually cried. And he got into shape, and you saw Charles Barkley a monster after that later on in his career.
That's that 90s mentality.
It was 80s, 90s mentality. Like someone told him, like, yo, you're fat. Get in shape. I don't know about today's generation because they're so sensitive and everything. But
they'd break down in the parking lot.
They probably get that guy fired or traded.
Grizzlies versus Timberwolves. Grizzly 4-2 against the Timberwolves.
Well, he loves John Morant. I like John Morant. He loves basically.
Anthony
he loves
Edwards.
for him.
That's
Anthony Edwards and John Morant watching it must have pained him.
Yeah, pained me big time, dog.
Minnesota's a great team, but they just didn't know how to close. Like they had a game they should have won. In my opinion, that should have been 5 games. Minnesota won a game in 5 games.
Not going to lie, Timberwolves and the Grizzlies won me a lot of money during the regular season because I seen them going on like a string of wins. I followed that string of wins and it led me to a playoff, and they have more wins than losses in the record. I won a lot of money off those two teams.
No, Karl Anthony Towns was talking all the smack, but he did show up in game 4, 5, and 6. But I'm saying,
and the Grizzlies and the Timberwolves,
heard about
most
all
of their
his
wins
injuries and like surgeries that he went through.
Yeah, so my Karl Anthony Towns, he played well toward the series, but like I said, Minnesota's coming up. Shout out to the Grizzlies winning that series, but all I'm saying is
clean up on aisle 6, baby.
Anthony Edwards is a superstar and he's coming.
Yeah,
Grizzlies and Timberwolves though. If you looked at the back,
that jersey we lost in this.
Anthony Edwards is coming.
Big time.
He is coming.
If you looked at the back end of the season
right now,
if you looked at the back end of both their seasons, they're winning majority of the games that in starting the season they were losing.
Minnesota's going to be a problem if they can keep that nucleus of Anthony Edwards.
I think both teams are going to be a problem.
Oh, for sure. Trust hell yeah.
One more
Golden State, Denver, 4-1 Golden State.
Well, Jokic won MVP for a second time, which I'll get into that because I wasn't really feeling that. But he had no help. It's just basically Jokic against.
But he said like a record, didn't he? Like
yeah.
Most points, most rebounds.
Those Europeans though, they could play.
They can play.
They're not clout chasers.
This man jumps. He barely jumps, and he's just so skillful.
But
listen,
passes, his no-look passes and shit.
But for instance, Jokic, he did it all this year. He didn't have Michael Porter Williams. He didn't have Jamal Murray, the Canadian. Shout out to Jamal Murray.
Shout out.
And, it's basically him against Golden State Warriors. They're such a seasoned veteran team. You got Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond, and you got Jordan Poole. I call him
Wiggins,
and they call him New Lethal 3. Poole, Klay, and Steph. So, like I said,
one other guy, isn't there?
Wiggins.
Gary Payton Jr. Yeah,
Wiggins played amazing.
Yeah,
he's on his elbow.
But we'll get into that soon because that's next round.
Yeah.
We also have Dallas versus Utah. Dallas 4-2 against Utah.
You know what, Luka, Dallas won, the Utah won game 1. I'm like, oh shit, it's not looking good. Then Jalen Brunson dropped 41 in game 2. And after they won game 3, I'm like, okay. Then Dallas lost a heartbreaker against Utah in game 4. Luka came back. But after that, it was after that Dallas just took over the last 2 games, so got no problem with that whatsoever.
All right, round 2 in the East. Miami versus the Sixers. Miami 4-2 against the Sixers. I don't know about you guys, but I was pretty happy to see Miami take out the Sixers. I don't like the Sixers. Bunch of freaking scumbags, the fans and the teams.
James Harden is a waste. He's done. I'm not giving this guy. I am not giving him a freaking max contract. Joel Embiid played his heart off and everything. When it comes to Tobias Harris, that's the worst contract. You paid him over Jimmy Butler.
Here's the thing I don't like about these superstar players.
He's not a superstar.
No, but when they play like trash, they get paid like superstars. They act like superstars in the beginning of the season. Then they have a bad season, and they're like, "Oh, I'm not the same guy as before."
This man took 2 shots in the second half of Game 6. James Harden.
He's not the same. He's done.
He's got zero confidence.
Houston James Harden is done. He's done. We're not going to see that Houston James
Harden. There's a bunch of them that are done. 80.
Go throw him on Sacramento. That'll be a star.
80,
shit.
He's done.
Or Detroit,
they're all like they're getting to this age now. 80 is not even at the age. He's just a.
He's 29. He's not even 38. He'll be 30 next year.
Mr. Glass. That's what we should call him.
Well, Charles Barkley said Anthony Street Davis closed, but I'm not going to mention that though.
Mr. Glass, man. Mr. Glass.
Let's go.
But yeah, we had Miami take out the 76ers. We had Boston versus the Bucks, which was a good series.
Probably the best
Boston,
series.
Yeah.
I watched every series. I watched every game 1 to 7.
That series sick.
I had that series going to 7. I know when they lost game 5 with a heartbreaker, Marcus Smart. Jason Tatum put on a clinic in game 6. I just sat there and just applaud. This dude is a superstar. He's coming.
Game
he's
7,
I showed you
Boston
that
put their
video too, man. This guy's like focused. He's
I love Jason
days
Tatum's
off, he's
game.
still going at it.
Game 7, they put their foot down on Boston.
Like James, I don't care. Like I know from Milwaukee. No, like not having Chris Middleton kind of hurt them. But I don't know why the hell they got that PJ Tucker.
What was the final score for that Game 7?
He's good.
109-81.
Yeah, like they killed him.
Giannis was tired. I can tell Giannis was. You can tell Giannis was tired. Giannis put up like 200 points, 100 rebounds, 56 in the series.
Dame Dollar said that's the guy he wants to play with.
Like Giannis is unreal. Like I said, I don't like Milwaukee, but I hate Boston. I hate Boston sports teams, but I love Jason. I love Jason Tatum. That guy's a superstar. He balled out in Game 6. He put everyone knows this is my time.
It's gonna be Anthony Edwards. It's gonna be
Luka. I'm telling you, man.
Well, let's get to the West.
A new fucking wave of like young talent.
Here's the West. Speaking of new wave, this is the first round. That was the new wave. You have Luka, like you guys said. Then you had Dallas versus the Suns, which is Booker. 4-3, Dallas versus the Suns.
Yeah, everybody talks when they're winning, eh? Everybody talks when they're
I like to see Luka and Booker's interactions out there.
Luka
that was
has more
fun to
points
watch.
than the whole damn team, bro.
Apparently, from what my boy told me yesterday, apparently that Kylie dumped Devin before. Oh my fuck.
I shouldn't know that.
Man, fuck
Let's
the
call it the
Kardashians.
curse. Call it the curse.
The curse continues. Basically, Kendall dumped Booker before Game 7, and he had a bad game. Damn, man. That's what pussy does to your ass, man.
And then we had the Warriors versus the Grizzlies, and the Warriors came out on top 4-2.
You know what? Let me ask you guys a question.
I like Ja Morant, man.
That was a physical series. Okay, Draymond in Game 1 pulling it. You think that warned a flagrant?
Just because of
honest to God, I'm not very good to answer this question because I watched
how
90s
many
basketball.
fouls did you have before that happened?
I watched 90s basketball.
One or two.
How
That was my
early into
favorite
the game
defensive
was it?
year.
Like first half or second half?
That was going towards the end of the second half.
I don't think so.
First half.
Then yeah, I'd
get
him out of there.
Me personally looking at him like, you know what?
His past.
It warranted.
Someone
I
got
think
injured?
His reputation. No, that guy didn't get injured. He didn't get injured. But because Draymond's reputation, that's where he got.
Yeah.
Then
that's why he got it.
Then Game 2, that was a dirty play. Like that was a dirty play. Dylan Brooks to the Gary Payton, because when you're in the air, you're vulnerable.
Yeah.
You can't like you
grab on
can't
anything,
slap on. You can't. That was a dirty play, man. And in Game 3, the big play, Ja Morant. Jordan Poole going for his leg. I'm thinking to myself, like, I'm going for loose balls.
Touching his into their knee and shit.
I don't know if we were into ejection or suspension, but it was a physical series.
But Draymond Green was always a mental mind warfare guy.
Yeah.
So even if it was a dirty play, he knows it's a dirty play, but he knows he's in that guy's mind when he does that now. Mm-hmm. And he knows he's also a guy who they follow around.
Might get fucking yanked.
Exactly, because he's a repeat offender when it comes to it all.
And, like, Game 5, Memphis destroyed Golden State. At one point, they're up by 55 points. And then in Game 6, you saw playoff Game 6. You saw Game 6 Clay. Yeah. And ended it. So fuck. So that was my part on the second round and NBA, the first 2 rounds of NBA playoffs.
All my team is close. Like fucking Ja, my guy. Anthony Edwards, my guy.
Conference finals right now. Where you got
Miami, Boston 1-1.
Yeah. Well, I know Al Horford and Marcus Smart were out for Game 1. Marcus Smart hurt his foot in Game 7.
1 was,
and Al Horford
118-107.
Yeah,
Miami.
They had a full healthy team last game, didn't they?
Well,
Boston.
Derek White he missed the game
not
because
healthy, but they played.
He missed the game because he had birth of his child. But like I said, I have Boston 6 in that series, and Miami's in trouble because Kyle Lowry. I think Kyle Lowry comes back to that team. He's going to ruin the chemistry of that game.
Me too. I just keep him out.
And I'm not going to call Kyle Lowry that nickname I called him when he was a Raptor. I retired that nickname. I'm not going to say it.
Yeah, it's not Mike Lowry.
No. Jeff, don't. You know the nickname I'm talking about.
That's the start of this whole podcast.
I'm not saying
that nickname started this podcast, so I'm not going to say it.
Yeah.
So that game's...
We have Miami, Boston. I'm going to say 4-1 Boston.
I got Miami in 6. I got Miami.
Oh, yeah,
Boston.
see, you heard it here first.
No. I said Boston in 6.
No, he said Miami.
Boston in 5.
I'm going to go Boston in 7.
Because
I want Miami to win.
It's different from hockey. You see a lot more 7s. I notice, even going through this list, 4-1, 4-1, 4-2, 4-0, 4-2, 4-2, 4-1, 4-2. You're either going 6 or 5 on these series. I'm going to say Miami, Boston goes to 5 because Boston's going to turn it on next game.
I think it's going to be they win. I don't
know if I can see Miami winning 2 games in Boston. I know Milwaukee won 2 games in Boston, but
Golden State versus Dallas. 1-0 Golden State.
Oh, game 2 tonight. Andrew Wiggins balled. He had a great game. I know Klay started off slow in Game 1. He had no points in the first half. He scored 15 in Game 2. And in the second half, Steph had 21. Draymond had 10. Golden State Warriors are just a superior team to the Dallas Mavericks. And like I said, me personally, I like Luka. They'll get 1 in Dallas, but Warriors in 5.
Yeah, I like
Dallas in 7.
Oh, Dallas in 7.
I Warriors in 5.
Luka is a superstar, and
I don't think
it's hard for a superstar to play 7 straight games of superstardom.
But Michael Jordan did.
Yeah, but
That's another level. That's
Jordan.
a planetary
Luka's
level.
not Michael Jordan.
Fair enough.
Shit. Michael
I hope
Jordan's
this conversation with LeBron
stops
goes
at his own pace,
after the season.
Either way, I like Golden State. I think Golden State's going to win it in probably maybe 6 or 7.
I got Warriors in 5.
So you guys have Golden State, and you guys have, because we're in the conference for this one.
I got Boston and Golden State. I think 7 and 7. I'm going to go with that. My hockey number 77.
I got Boston in 6 and Golden State in 5.
And then, so that means you have Boston and Golden State in the final.
And Boston win that championship.
I think they will too.
I have Boston, Dallas final.
I think the East is tougher than the West.
Boston. No wait, I'm gonna go Dallas in 6 for the final. That's just a odd gun. That's my motivation.
$50 on it.
And as it to NBA, Chris Paul. I know Patrick Beverly went in on him.
I was just gonna say that Pat Beverly goes up. No, go on. You said you took it away. That's perfect.
People believe Patrick Beverly. That I know him and Chris Paul have beef. Like, it's personal because they got traded for each other for the Houston Clippers bit. And in the conference finals last year, you saw Patrick Beverly violently push Chris Paul. Mm-hmm. He doesn't respect Chris Paul. He doesn't think Chris Paul's an all-time great. He called him a cone. I think Pat Beverly's just doing it to get clout. But you
want to know something funny? So, Barstool, my hat here. Barstool saw what Pat Beverly was talking about to Chris Paul.
Yeah.
Dave Portnoy sent him a blank check and said, if you do a podcast on Barstool, just talking about what you want to talk about, you write down the number that you need and we'll take care of it.
Damn.
Yeah. Isn't that fucked? That's fucked. So also I had about Rondo. What do you think about Rajon Rondo and fucking brat?
I never liked Rondo to begin with.
Honest to God, you have such a big income coming to you financially, and then you're going to blow it off because of some girl. You could have took that to court, probably won the kids with whatever she's done. We don't even know the full situation because you blew up in it. That's how I got to explain that. I wish you didn't pull the gun so we could see the other side. But now we're just going to focus on that.
I only brought it up because here at 6 Sports, we do not condone anything like that.
But at the same time, we can talk about it.
Oh yeah,
Jay's up 1-0.
Opinions are opinions, right? CP3. Another side note: he plans to be back next season, so he wants to play again.
He's the 2-0 master, isn't he, for the last 5 seasons?
No, 2-0 against San Antonio in 08, the conference finals.
Blew it.
Fuck. Okay. Shit.
I know. I saw this too. So many.
He blew a bunch of them. He blew the one in San Antonio. He blew the other one.
I don't want to change topics.
He blew one against the Grizzlies in 2013.
Yep,
he blew one against 2016 against not 2016. Fuck. Shit.
We'll get back to you on
and
those.
then Kyrie, he's upset that the Cavs ended because he said they could have won a bunch more championships.
Oh yeah, now.
That's why in my head I'm like, does this guy want to go back to Cleveland? Like, are you kidding me?
Yeah, with LeBron and Bronny.
And then Steph Curry, he got his sociology degree at Davidson.
Always condone that.
Hey kids, play sports, go hard as you can, do everything you can, eat right, train right, be right, think right.
Education goes
and
first.
Always be pushed to do the best you can, but always get the education along the way. Because if the sports don't happen, or an injury happens, or something out of your control that happens, you always want to fall back on that education. Right?
Ask Shaq. Pushes it all the time.
2-0 Jays. Score check.
Who got it?
Boba double to
Woo-wee! Like that guy. That's all my little side notes I got for.
Okay, since
NBA.
we got into that.
Okay.
Wait.
As pertains to Ben Simmons, I can respect it. Like the fact that you don't want. It's coming to. I don't think you want to play basketball. I think he's careful. I don't think he cares about basketball. I think he just wants to get the
I
money.
think he's training with like JJ Redick, and he's gonna come back like a machine. Next
I
year.
don't think so. I think he wants the money. I think
Ben
he's using
Simmons-
mental health as a weapon, and that's going to affect him in the end.
He just
And
got married. He's like
no
got
coaches.
to some like England, an actress from England or something.
No coach
Or
wants
Paris,
to sign
one
that
or the
type
other.
of player.
Like Ben Simmons has a lot to prove this year. Like it depends if Kyrie resigns. If Kyrie resigns, we'll see if he opts and wants to resign. Because I don't think any team can sign Kyrie Irving because you can't trust Kyrie Irving. Like me and Stephen A. said, don't get along all the time, but he's right. You sign him to a 1-year deal because you can't be trusted. Because you don't like. Damn, like he gets like Stephen A. said something. I'm like, damn, I didn't think about that. He thought when the war in Ukraine happened, he thought Kyrie could take time off. I'm like, damn, man. He took time off when the Capitol riots happened. Kyrie's an oddball. He's an oddball. Like me, he's a great player, but I don't know if basketball is that important to me.
I think it was wrong timing because of all the other shit that happened with him.
Yeah,
I agree with him on the vaccine stuff. I do. I really do, because to have that many fans into a building unvaccinated and then tell a player that he cannot play and he's due to safety,
I do agree with
that's
you on
bullshit.
That is BS. I did not agree with that rule whatsoever.
But I think a lot of his past caught up to him when he made this decision, so other people went against him. But I do support his vaccination. The way he's going about that, he did make a big complaint. He took the fines. He's done what he had to do.
Yeah.
So what are you going to do about a man that takes his punishment? You can't. Okay, so
Me personally, I honestly to this day believe he misses Kobe Bryant because Kobe was his mentor. I honestly do believe if Kobe was here, I think Kobe would sit him down and talk to him like, what's going on.
I also heard he had a big death in his family, so that caused him to rift off too. I heard it was his dad or something.
His grandfather passed.
Yeah.
His mom died when he was 4 years. His mom transitioned when she was 4.
And he's a very
He's
a freedom guy. He doesn't believe in this politics shit. Neither do I. So I kind of agree with him. But at the same time, when it comes to your job and money, if you have enough money, you're willing to sacrifice to it.
like that's a brotherhood. We're all on this team together. We all have one goal. We all want to win.
Yeah, and
like,
if
you're kind of being selfish. I don't care about you guys.
If you're willing to take the punishment that comes with it, which he did, he sat there, he took his fines. I can't complain about a man that he took the punishment. I can't complain.
What's that quote by Sean Connery? Losers go home, winners go and fuck the prom queen or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. I heard you say winners win. It's the first thing that popped in my head. Sorry for interrupting.
I got a small thing about MLB here.
Were you guys? Yeah, MLB diving in.
Yeah, I want to.
If you want.
You have anything else about basketball?
Just the fact that Ben Simmons needs to man up and play. He has a lot to prove next year. Because that's a big year for Ben Simmons next year, man.
I think he'll play good.
And I want to know if the Houston Rockets, not the Houston Rockets. I mean the Philadelphia 76ers are going to resign. Are going to give James Harden a supermax.
No, fuck no. I don't think they will.
If I'm James Harden, either you opt in, because if you opt out, a team will just throw you money and they're not going to get from you everything. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes to a team that has a lot of nice strip clubs.
That's what I mean. Like go to Detroit, Atlanta's got the best strip clubs.
Oh, trust me, I've been to
Atlanta, Miami. I don't know.
Atlanta got strip clubs, man. Trust me.
Well, Meat sticks away. We can, before we dive into MLB, because he's got some notes on it. We'll save NFL for after MLB.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll just go through the English Premier League, Tony. Shout out my boy Anthony Peel _it_ once. I don't have La Liga. I don't have Serie A. I don't have the Bundesliga, but I got the Premier League for you, boy. And sitting in first place, Man City, Pep Guardiola. They just picked up a player. Can you Google that for me? Man City's latest pickup.
I can do that right now.
It's a huge player for Man City. Fuck. I feel like he's from Borussia Dortment or something, but either way, they're
Man City, Manchester United, Man City. Okay.
Man City. They picked up a new player.
They picked up. Okay, what's the guy's name? Why Steven Gerrard? Not Steven Gerrard.
No.
Vincent. No, City takes over.
It's like a German name or a Dutch name. I'm just running through English Premier League, so then we can dive into MLB.
Trent Alexander. I don't know.
Okay, so Man City, they're at 90 points. Liverpool's right behind them at 89 points. Chelsea, my squad, they're 19 points back from second place. So basically, you guys know it's a battle between Man City and Liverpool.
Yep.
Shout out to your cousin.
Over in the UK. Like
Chelsea
I said,
Blue, baby.
I love Chelsea, but if I go Liverpool, they'll kill me.
Yeah, me too.
They know. They told me you're a Liverpool fan when you come here. So
They just had a big game the other day, didn't they? Last week, Liverpool and Chelsea.
Liverpool had a win and Man City had a win or something. Liverpool tied, so Man City won. So that's why Man City's in first and Liverpool's in second. Either way, Chelsea's in third, Tottenham's in fourth with 68 points.
Spurs.
Then we got the Gunners, Arsenal with 66 in fifth. Then we got Man U. Holy shit, that team's falling apart. 58 points. West Ham United, tiny bubbles, 56. You ever seen that movie?
yeah.
What is it? Green Street Hooligans?
Yeah, Elijah Wood.
Elijah Wood, you seen that?
Yeah.
Check
Crazy.
that. Green
That's
Street
why European
Hooligans.
fans are
So
crazy
good.
because
I
of
fuck
those
with
guys.
that.
And then this team kept fucking me on my tickets. I didn't realize they were that good, but Wolverhampton Wolves.
Yeah, I know.
Dude, they got 51 points. They're orange and black. They're real nice. They got some good teams coming. Then we got Jamie Vardy with Leicester City, 48 points. And then Brighton Hove Albion in 10th with 48 points. And that's what I got for you soccer fans, a.k.a. football fans out there in Europe for Premier League.
Baseball time.
Take it away.
Now, I don't watch too much baseball, but I follow with the Jays. It's kind of hard to follow.
As long as you know your pitchers, you're good.
It's kind of hard to follow with the Jays right now because of all the playoff hockey, basketball, everything going on. It's just insane.
You don't watch baseball now. You wait till hockey and basketball's over, and then you click into baseball.
And there's so many games in baseball. There's how many games?
162.
162 games to follow, so it's still early. You can't even sit there and say trade this guy yet because they have like 100 games to still go. It's crazy. It's just nuts. So Jays are not doing so good the last couple of weeks. They started off really good, not doing so good right now. They're 8 games behind, I believe. New York taking the top spot in the AL.
Yeah, the Yanks. One BJ is better than 5 Yanks.
The Jays, they lost a couple of players to injury. They came back. Springer, I think he's playing with injury, his ankle or something like that, but he's still hitting dingers.
Mr. Dinger. I fucking love that guy.
They're facing the Cincinnati Reds. I don't have notes on this, but Cincinnati Reds,
Joey
Votto is coming back.
From Brampton.
From Brampton.
He's from Brampton?
Brampton are like, around
He
here.
crossed the lake. His dad used to live there. Watched the interview today. He's looking forward to coming back to this. He's a Canadian guy, so he's an MVP. We underestimated him for sure.
I gotta Google that one. I'm thinking of
Joey Votto won NL MVP, I think, in 2010.
He's
I
the
think.
first baseman, right?
Yep. And he's underrated on Canada. I'm glad he's coming back home to have that opportunity to play here because he just got over COVID, I believe.
Erling Haaland for Man City. That's who they picked up. Sorry to interrupt you. We were
What
talking
about Joe? Where's he from?
Big Dick Joe?
No, Joe Vitoro or whatever his name is.
Joey Votto?
Votto, yeah,
He's
Votto.
from like Brampton. He's from around here, GTA somewhere. Markham or something.
I think he's from Brampton or
I think he is too.
Brampton or Toronto.
Ask Siri, but I'm pretty sure he's from Brampton.
No.
But those are the only MLB. That's your notes? I got the standings right here.
Okay.
So MLB for the American League right now, top 3. I'm looking at wild card spot, right? Because if you're not first, you're last, and you just get in that wild card, right? So American League, the fucking 1 BJ is better than 5 Yanks. They're at 28-9. But that's the problem with the Yankees, man. They always come out the Bronx Bombers. They hit a bunch of dingers early, and they win a bunch of early games, and then they
Judge,
injured and
shit. They have
shit.
Judge.
Yeah.
They have
Severino pitcher. Like they got a bunch
guy
of
used to
guys.
play for the Jays.
Donaldson.
He's actually hitting dingers again.
Yeah, they got a bunch of guys. Fuck the Yankees. 28-9. Then you got Houston. Fucking cheaters. Fucking 24-14. Then you got Minnesota. 22-6. Jays are third in the wild card though. We're sitting at 20-18, so it's a close race with the top 3 people to get into the wild card
Our
spot.
division sucks.
But what Meat Stick was saying is like we cannot lose. We need to start winning and turn this shit around. Get the pitchers pitching and the hitters hitting.
Joey Votto's he was born in Toronto and grew up in Etobicoke.
Damn.
There you go.
Fuck yeah. Sent it. And then National League, we got LA Dodgers. Told you, man. Clayton Kershaw, watch out for that guy. They're 25-12, sitting in first. Then we got the New York Mets, Max Scherzer. You ever see that guy pitching? Bet on the Mets.
He's a little punk ass bitch what he did last night. I think it was national. It was National Japanese Heritage Month yesterday for baseball. And I think the guy was going to throw the first pitch. He wouldn't freaking move for the guy.
Max Scherzer?
Yeah, he wouldn't move for him.
That's
basically a dick move.
Yeah, that's a big dick.
It's a big move. So what the fuck, man? So he
mind games, my friend.
No, it's an old guy. It's an old guy throwing out first pitch.
Hey man, there's worse to do. You can bang on trash cans and be fucking Houston, all right?
And like if that was LeBron James had done something like that, they would have fucking tore his ass a new one.
Yeah. But get this, man. You could be even worse than that. You could be Houston. Houston's the biggest fucking scumbags in baseball.
Hey, but we got Springer off him, and thank you very much.
We took the best of the best from him.
And then they got to the World Series twice and they lost. So I'm happy with that.
Yeah, they won once. And we got the Brew Crew. The Brew Crew's sitting right behind the Mets and the Dodgers at 24-14. And then we got the Padres, San Francisco Giants, and the St. Louis Cardinals in the hunt, close right behind them.
Padres, I like all the time.
That's all I got for MLB.
I don't trust San Diego because they played good last year and then they kind of tailed off towards the second half of the NFL.
Dodgers are going to be on the one end, and then our end is crazy because you got Tampa, Toronto, New York, Boston. Like, Baltimore. Come on, that's not even fair. Give them one of
I think Toronto will pick it up. I think Toronto will turn it up eventually.
Yeah, you just got to get the pitchers pitching and the hitters hitting.
Now, as it pertains to the whole college football, the college football doesn't start until August, but it made news yesterday because Nick Saban was basically calling Texas A&M a bunch of cheaters because they're saying they're buying their players, and Jimbo Fisher went in on Nick Saban because he used to work under Nick Saban.
Yeah,
work together, and Jimbo Fisher did not hold back whatsoever.
What'd you say?
He
put him on
he's
blast.
He's like, I'm a man's man. Like when I did something wrong, I would I guess his daddy didn't spank him enough when he was young. I'm like, oh shit, shots were fired. And he called out Primetime. Deion Sanders didn't say shit. I don't give a damn. Basically,
shout out Primetime getting married in Jamaica right now.
Oh yeah.
No,
our hockey partner
on our hockey team.
Congratulations, man. Like I was saying,
we'll tag you.
Like I was saying, I think Nick Saban's kind of upset now because this whole transfer portal on college football, players are transferring and they're making money. They're getting money for it now. I think the NCAA is starting to play because that player that
business man
that was supposed to go to Florida State.
Went to Jackson.
I think they offered him $1 million. I think that's pissing off Nick Saban because Alabama always gets all the top talent, man.
Prime time, baby.
It's prime. I love Deion Sanders.
Come to a shitty school that you want to make look big.
Deion Sanders?
Yeah, he's his own podcast on Barstool.
Oh, Primetime.
I'm just to that shit now.
Yeah,
that's my fucking. I love Primetime. That's my favorite player.
You brought in what's her name to make sure they're all not like they got catfish. Yeah, Erica.
And like I said, and Jimbo Fisher like basically in Texas, you're not allowed break. I think you're not allowed breaking any. They didn't break any Texas laws. They didn't break any NCAA rules or Texas law because I know years ago.
That you know
of. I know if you watch this documentary, ESPN 33 called Pony XS, talk about the SMU Mustangs.
What's it called? 30 for 30 what?
Pony XS. How they bought players, paid the money. It was ridiculous, and they basically gave them the death penalty, which means like shut it down. No college program.
College is the biggest scam sometimes. I watched this one about basketball too.
That whole program. They shut it down. They had no football program.
I was watching the college basketball with the point shaving.
Southern Methodist University.
Yeah,
Southern Methodist University.
Okay.
That's where Eric Dickerson played.
Where's that?
Dallas, Texas.
Which one's the point shaving basketball team?
I think it was in Massachusetts, man.
Yeah, the guy's point shaving, and then the one guy goes to Vegas to make the bet, but everyone in the university heard about the bet.
Yeah.
And they all bet the same thing, and the guy knew he was screwed right there.
Fuck.
But that's college for you, man.
All those students won, though.
But the colleges are even just as bad because they used to not pay their players, but they used to sell their merchandise and make all the money off of them.
Like when I watched the Fab Five, one of my favorite sports documentaries ever. Chris Webber was walking, and he basically he's looking through them like, wait a second, they're paying that. They're selling that jersey for $75, and I can't put gas in my car and buy food. That's when they realized, like, oh damn, he's fucking right, man. These guys, they're making money off him, but he can't put gas. He can't put fucking gas in his car. He can't
so,
get
the fridge. And
to me, the colleges are just as bad as these players too. Like,
it's disgusting,
how much
man.
money they have.
Basically saying, listen, we give you a scholarship, we give you room and board, you get an education. That's it.
As a joke, do you ever watch Blue Mountain State?
I love that fucking show.
Remember when they're trying to sign that one high school kid and they're doing everything to sign him and they're throwing everything at him?
Oh, I remember that. I love that show.
You can't do that though in sports now.
But that's like exactly what the
can't have this
colleges did. They wanted him to come so bad, then they sell their names as soon as they sign.
Say if I'm a college and someone gives me $1, that's a violation.
Yeah.
Buys you like a.
But you think that happened though behind closed doors?
It
happens every day.
Like Chase Young from Ohio State. He wants someone to fly his girlfriend to come watch him play in the Rose Bowl, and he paid him back, and he still got in trouble.
Because he got paid.
But now it's allowed. Now it is.
I think so.
I think that's the rule that changed during the pandemic.
But it's so stupid though. Like imagine
I think Barstool jumped on it too.
Suppose I'm hungry. Like can you buy me a combo from McDonald's whatsoever? Yeah. It's a violation.
Grab me lunch.
Are you fucking kidding me, man? Like that. It's disgusting, man. That's why I love college, but it's the NCAA it's enough with those bastards.
Speaking of violations, did you see what happened to Marner this week? Dude, where's my car? Like,
that's a good movie, by the way. Ashton Kutcher and Sean William Scott. Stifler.
Marner's car got hijacked this week. For some that don't know, he's safe.
No, it's just the crime in Toronto now is like ridiculous. Bro.
Actually, I heard they've been catching a lot of these hijackers. They're 15 years old, coming out of Etobicoke.
Yeah, they'll take a car, they'll steal it, crash into another car, and then wait for like a more better car to roll up, and then they'll jack that car and then roll out with the.
If they get away with that car. Apparently, from what I heard, like Marner's car is already on a shipping container going across the ocean somewhere, sold.
No, Marner's
chop shop.
Chop shop, gone.
Like Jipper said, that the crime in Toronto is getting ridiculous. Like, a couple of weeks ago in Scarborough, this man was in his car, and some guy came up to him, asked him for his chain, took a chain, and shot him and killed him. After that, in the same parking lot, went to some other guy, shot him, took his chain. Then drove down like another half an hour somewhere in Kennedy and Ellesmere in Scarborough. Tried to take some other chain. They eventually caught the guy, but I'm like, damn, bro, you killed a dude for his fucking chain.
2 dudes.
And just to think, we're not even as bad as the States if you think about Chicago, New York, and stuff. I seen a guy actually post online saying, oh, Toronto doesn't deserve Marner because of this incident. Then I said, in my comment back was, maybe we should trade him to Philly, New York, or or Chicago. His car would get jacked every day in those cities.
Can I give a little update on golf here?
Yep.
Sure. Tiger, yeah.
Yeah, Tiger's not doing...
Then we'll get into our movies.
It's not doing too bad. Yeah, still got NFL, but yeah. So we got the PGA Championship. It's in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Another place that has a lot of big crime. But I'll just run through the top 10 real quick because you know me, I love golf. That's been out 3 times. I'm going out on Sunday, hopefully. Smoke Show, babe. Will Zalatoris is in first with 9 under. Guy looks like Billy Madison's caddy from the movie Happy Gilmore.
There's a guy who's actually named Happy Gilmore, kid, coming up.
Pereira, this guy's from Chile. He's 8 under. Justin Thomas, the American, fucking killing it. Love that guy. Tiger Woods' best friend.
I've been hearing about him a lot.
He's 6 under. Bubba Watson, got the pink drivers, 5 under. The fucking Irish Mick, fucking Rory McIlroy, 4 under at 5th, tied with Abraham Answer from Mexico. Then we got D. Riley, not sure who the hell that is. And then we got Michael Fitzpatrick in 8th, Stuart Sink in 9th, and then we got Cameron Kirk in fucking 10th. And boys and girls, it's been windy as shit yesterday. It was fucking hot and then cold yesterday. It's going to be good. Just watch the golf. Tiger Woods is out there. He's at +3. I think he just made the cut. So for all you golf fans, tune in. PGA Championship, Tulsa, Oklahoma. Sorry. And
it's the 50th episode, and we're actually giving away this Lamar Jackson jersey. So the winner of this jersey is Mike Hawk on our Facebook group. Mike Hawk. So shout out to Mike Hawk and winning this jersey, man. You've been killing it with everything on the sports. We appreciate you on the group and everything. And you're killing it for 6Sports. We appreciate your love and everything. So
straight up, dog. You post every day. He approves. I approve. He approves. Like
I'm telling you, man. Like,
keep it up. Spread the word. Tell your people. Wear the jersey. Send a pic. Let us know.
The amount of debates that we've been having in that freaking group is ridiculous. Meat Stick is going at it. It's harmful. It's good. It's good sports
sport talk.
We love it, man. Keep it up. And he's
also for other people noticing that he's getting that jersey. We're still gonna be giving away jerseys.
Like,
and
love, subscribe.
If
Let's
you
go.
like support the group and you get people in there and you always help us, we always gift the others.
And now that COVID's over,
we love sports.
Yeah,
people.
we love sports people. We love sports. We love people that love sports. We love all sports, playing sports, watching sports, listening to sports, talking about sports, giving out jerseys. We want to like, love, subscribe. We want to push this shit to the moon. Now that COVID's relatively over, we're going to be going downtown, spreading the word, doing live episodes, calling you off the boardwalk when you're rollerblading. Let's fucking go.
Now, do you guys want to talk anything about NFL?
I got a couple notes written down here. I don't know if it might spark something in your mind or if you have something to talk about you and start it off.
Well, the draft, NFL draft was just recently passed. It wasn't really a deep draft. It was more of offensive linemen.
Who is your winner?
Aikens?
Jets.
Jets won?
Jets killed it. Jets won.
Yeah, but somehow they're going to fuck that up anyway.
Also,
Who was the guy from Hutchison from Michigan?
Yeah, Detroit took number 2.
Yeah, that guy is good.
Trayvon
Detroit
Walker.
and the Jets took 1 and 2, okay? They're not going to do shit next year. They're not going to do shit
By the way,
after.
Jets,
this needs to be said. The NFL schedule came out
it's all about
last
Miami,
week.
baby.
The NFL schedule came out last week. I'm happy. We need to do a petition.
They're gonna start against the Patriots again.
We need to get the Detroit Lions off for Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
it is a disgrace that the
Sorry,
Lions
Jalen
play on
Rose,
Thanksgiving.
but
Are they back there?
Yeah,
They're there every year.
They play every fucking year at Thanksgiving, man.
And they lose
I know,
every year.
I know it's the first game, 12:30, but I don't want to see that shit.
Well, they won the draft, didn't they? Maybe they'll do something again.
Aiden Hutchinson, that's his name.
They ain't doing the motherfucking thing. I know it for a
You
fact.
gotta understand though, the good teams they only need 1 or 2 players from the draft, while teams like the Jets need like 5 or 6. So
Yeah. Like I said, the NFL schedule came out.
They have a quarterback.
We got week 1. We got Meat Sticks Bills playing the defending champion LA Rams
do they have
on
a
Thursday night.
quarterback? No,
Thursday
that's
night.
the other team. Not Jets don't have a quarterback. Who
We got
did
Zach Wilson.
Yeah, Zach.
Who did Jets
play like
lose
shit,
last
right?
year though? In the draft, because they won that one game, and then he went to who got the first
Trevor
one?
Lawrence.
Yeah, yeah. See, the Jets don't even know how to lose properly.
Jack-
But like I said,
Fuck the Jets.
Meat Stick marquee games. Meat Sticks Bills open up against defending champion LA Rams on Thursday night football.
I love Pittsburgh too,
Josh
but I don't
Allen.
think Pittsburgh's gonna be around for a long time. Like I think they're gonna be sitting in the bottom.
You know
for a
how
while.
they changed the whole fucking rule in football
Speaking-
because of that game and they lost that way.
Speaking of Pittsburgh, I hear Big Ben wants to come back because he's kind of.
And Antonio Brown wants to retire there.
But even if he
wants
comes
to come
back,
He felt he was pushed out. Don't AB. I don't want AB's that.
I don't know, guys.
That
Even
could-
if he comes back, I don't think so.
Antonio Brown is a separate episode for me.
Big Ben's not good enough
because
to win,
he's
though.
good, but he's just a loose cannon, man.
Yeah.
But Big Ben felt he got pushed out of Pittsburgh.
No matter what, though, you put
But he's
Big Ben
done.
there.
He can't play anymore. I
Yeah,
watched
he's
this
too
guy
big
play.
and out of shape and
Like,
shit.
I look at Big Ben like
It's not even just that.
no, like I watch like
He's done.
He
He's
can't
the
play.
same age as Brady, and look at Brady. Look at
Big
him.
Ben.
Yeah.
No, Big Ben's born. He's 82. Brady's 77. Brady's older than Big Ben.
Oh, he's
And-
that much older?
5 years older than him.
Fuck. And look at
But
Brandon,
he's
look
what,
at Brady.
43?
Holy shit.
Brady's 45 in August. But think about Big Ben.
Yeah, boy.
But
Go, fucking
Go.
go.
But think about Big Ben. Big Ben is like a big quarterback. He shows off defenders and he can extend plays.
Yeah, but
Brady
one
doesn't really
wrong
do
turn,
that.
one wrong
Exactly.
throw.
You
Yeah.
know,
Brady-
Brady, you know what Brady does?
Wins.
Brady wins championships.
Yeah.
That's all.
Brady,
It gets yards.
But Joe Montana is my favorite quarterback of all time. That's never going to change. Cool.
Oh,
Joe Cool.
We got the blue eye, cold blue eye.
Joe Cool.
eyes, man.
He's
I'll
4.
make you a deal.
He's 4-0 Super Bowl. He's never thrown an interception in Super Bowl. He's
I'll
my
make
goat.
you a deal.
I'm Niners fan.
If Brady
Niner
wins
gang.
another championship this year,
Um,
you gotta say Brady's your favorite quarterback ever.
He'll never say it.
If he does it at the end of the year.
He loves
gotta
Joe
shoot.
Montana.
You gotta shoot me, man.
Yeah, that's like
Fucking-
telling him that you have to pick fucking
basically trying to say that LeBron James is better than Michael Jordan.
yeah, like Michael Magic Johnson ain't your favorite.
can't go that
basketball
far.
player, bro.
I love Magic. He's not my favorite. I love Magic. He's not my favorite player. I love Magic. He's not my
A
favorite
couple
player.
notes for NFL I got written down. Carson Wentz was caught off guard by the owner. What's that guy's name?
Jim Irsay.
Jim Irsay. He's like, yeah, that was just a hiccup picking up Wentz. Just a what? Like that was just a mistake. And Carson
Wow.
Wentz is like, thanks. Like
I'm
kinda
still
thing.
here.
Yeah, no, they traded him. Carson Wentz. Who'd he go to?
Washington.
Washington. Yeah, the Commanders. Shit.
Oh, yeah.
name.
And Daniel Snyder, that team, he's gonna have to sell that team because more reports about some tax evasion, how they didn't do anything.
Yeah, not paying.
He's gonna sell, they're gonna force him to sell that goddamn team.
By the way, he's not saying shit team because they changed the name. He's just saying shit name because of the new name. There's a
Eat
lot
sausage
better.
for dinner, man. That stinks.
There's a lot better names for Washington.
And then,
Commanders is kind of set like
Red Wolves,
Still,
bro. That would have been
Red
the
Wolves
best.
would have been
They
sick.
want to go to Washington Red Tails.
Like, I agree
I
the
don't
name
know.
needs to be
Man.
changed. I agree with the name being changed, but
You know what's
Better-
smart? They waited when the Black Lives Matter
Commanders,
came out.
'cause, yeah, we
that's when
fucking
they
go to
said.
war
That's
and
when they
shit.
came out and said
Washington, fuck
you gotta
off.
change the thing. They waited for an opportunity to use that, and then I'm like, me personally, it's
I seen it coming.
I saw it coming, but I'm like, damn man.
at the same time, how many teams do
Remember
change
that?
names in a year? I don't know why fans get upset at that because
that was the best.
they always change.
The Cleveland Indians changed name from the Indians to the Guardians.
Yeah, fucking Bolt. Like, come on, guys, get your names together.
You think the Chicago Blackhawks are gonna change their name?
Like better. Now.
Actually, the Blackhawks, I took a history lesson on.
they should contact.
They
the
actually,
Blackhawks and, like,
that's about a chief from a tribe, and they actually honor the guy. So
Okay.
I think
I think
taking
that's
away
the,
that
I
name.
think that's my favorite jersey in all of hockey. is
But
the
if they
fucking
do
Chicago
take away the
Blackhawks
name,
jersey.
Chicago should be called what?
I don't know, man.
Chicago Smoke.
Street crime?
Like
Fucking
the Braves,
Chicago win.
like the Braves and Chiefs are native, but they're not really considered racist. 'Cause it's the Chiefs and the Braves.
We'll
So
call us the Toronto Hijackers.
Then I
from
got
here on
will
out.
Justin Fields be the starter? It's big questions going around there in Chicago
well,
and
the
shit.
only good thing about Chicago, Matt Nagy's not there. Thank God.
Yeah,
Chicago Bears are like one of the biggest teams in Chicago,
Oh,
but they
Jim
can't
Brown?
fucking do it.
Jim Brown went for the Cleveland Browns.
Browns. Yeah.
I mean, Walter Payton was a quarterback, running back for
When was the last time a Chicago team
Bears?
won?
a championship.
Was it Chicago Hawks?
Blackhawks in
Blackhawks.
2015.
They won like two.
Because Bears
Taves
haven't done
and Kane,
shit.
man.
Bears not since
Cubs
1985.
haven't done fucking shit.
2016.
Who's the other guy? There was a
Oh
kid.
yeah, shit. 20.
108 years since they won a championship, the Chicago Cubs.
So at least don't look too bad. Fuck.
Well, yeah, we do. The Eagles signed Bradbury, a 1-year, $10 million contract from New York Giants.
Yeah.
Chargers, they break ground on their new complex, so the Chargers are rolling out with a fucking new spot.
Hold on, so they're leaving SoFi Stadium?
I guess it says complex, so I don't know if that's new stadium
SoFi
or
Stadium's
new
pretty
training
new, isn't it?
complex.
My buddy went to the Super Bowl this year. I was fucking
Wasn't
jealous.
SoFi Stadium a newer stadium though?
Yeah,
Yes, SoFi.
that's the Super Bowl. That's where the LA Rams and Chargers play.
Yeah, the Rams, they both play there.
Yeah, Rams and Chargers.
Okay,
Well,
so Chargers are definitely getting
yeah,
their own
because
stadium,
because
then.
see, the,
and it's in like El Pacadima or something like some Mexican sounding. name.
because the Chargers and the
Love Mexico.
because the Jets and the Jets and the Giants share MetLife Stadium
Yeah, MetLife.
in East Rutherford, New Jersey.
Yeah, no room to make any more.
And I think the LA Clippers bought a new opening their arena will open up in a couple
Buffalo
years.
has
too.
one coming too.
Yeah, opening. They'll get a new stadium as well. Too.
They're taxing actually everybody in Buffalo because of the new build. So the new build is like everybody who lives in Buffalo is being taxed on their taxes to build that new stadium.
Fuck that shit.
That's diehard. That's America.
I would do it for a
It's like,
freaking NFL team in Toronto. Come on,
is
man.
it-
We have Ontario Place. Let's build a team there. I'll pay
You know what?
taxes
You know
on
what?
it.
You know
They
what?
say God
You know what?
first,
You know what? You're
football
right. You're
second.
right. You're right. I love my football. I wouldn't mind this. I'm
Then
not.
I got,
I'd pay taxes for a Toronto to have a stadium on Ontario Place because Ontario Place is the biggest waste of space right now. Let's tear it
taxes
down,
for
build a
fucking
stadium,
shitty
get an
crap.
NFL team in here. Fuck it.
Todd Bowles' priority is just to win this year. Tampa Bay.
Not happening.
He wants to
So,
win.
Tampa's doing
Then we got Joe Burrow. He's fucking pumped, ready to go. He's like, man, that Super Bowl loss is way behind me. Like, I'm focused on this season.
Tom
I'm
Brady
focused
come
on
back
it now.
to-
Let's go.
Tampa.
He is?
But for Joe Burrow, he's not going back to Super Bowl.
Funny how you just said that because Tom Brady's coming up on Netflix. There's like a big roasting thing coming out on Netflix.
The roast?
And Tom Brady's getting fucking roasted.
All right, I'm done.
And then the last thing I have is Antonio Brown wants to retire as a Steeler.
After all the shit he did, after throwing freaking Big Ben, Mike Tomlin, all the people know that said he wants to go. Fuck him. He ain't coming back. I don't want his ass back in freaking. I wouldn't want him back in freaking Pittsburgh.
No, the guy's just a distraction.
Didn't a rap album come out? Either Netflix documentary coming out to Antonio Brown.
Yeah, he was chilling with Kanye for a minute.
But what's he gonna do, man? He looks like a psycho. Like
Kanye,
they gotta take PTSD so big, and now you're gonna go chill with Kanye West. Like, come on, man.
that Pete Davis guy's kind of. Is it true that he actually got Kanye's kids tattooed?
on his neck, yeah.
If I'm Kanye, I'm not. Listen, I don't condone violence. I don't condone violence, man. But that's a problem.
At the same time,
That's a problem.
that whole picture's fucked. Every single one of them, when it comes to Kim, Kanye, Pete Davis, they're all fucked. Every one of them. I don't even pay attention anymore because they're all literally
Kim's
fucked.
just laughing all the way to the bank, just getting the diesel. Like
She
let
gets
these guys
paid on
fight it
views.
out.
She literally gets paid on fucking views. So
Yeah,
she
she's
hooks up
nice.
with Kanye. They had another sex video come out about her, but Kanye paid it off.
No,
And her
wasn't
kid
me.
found it in Roblox. Like,
So you guys got anything else about sports, yeah? Fuck the Kardashians.
All I gotta say is,
Fuck
man,
the three
Love
of
you,
them.
Kendall.
a sex tape. She sucked dick and look at her family.
That's the number for this day in history.
All right.
She sucked dick, and now her family's worth $1 billion. It's on an empire.
Her mom did the same thing, though.
It all started with Chris.
God is good.
Her mom did the same shit with a biker. With a fucking... What's his name? Who turned fucking... Bruce Jenner, who's...
Okay. Motherfucker, I know what.
She was sucking at his dick when he had one.
So you had any good movies you seen or anything else you guys want to talk about? We've been rolling for an hour and let's go.
Doctor Strange, Sonic 2, and Morbius are my 3 movies of the week.
I heard Morbius was really that good.
Trash.
I haven't seen Batman. I heard Batman's really good. But
Batman's really good. Seen it.
It's 3 hours fucking long though.
Yeah.
But it's good. The Riddler is actually portrayed
Pattinson?
in a different view. The guy who plays the Riddler, you'll notice him in the movie. I can't give it away because then it's going to kill the movie. But
Was Colin Farrell in that movie?
yes, he was, and you don't even notice him. He was the Penguin.
He's the Penguin?
You don't even notice him. He actually walks into a convenience store on YouTube in his penguin costume, and no one notices him.
Damn.
Sonic 2 was awesome.
I like Sonic too. Me personally, man, me and my brother used to play Sonic back in the day when we were younger. He knew the rules. I was Sonic, he was Tails.
McDonald's gave away the ending, kind of. You
Tails
notice
never
that?
fails.
Exactly. And Knuckles was in that movie. It was actually a good movie. I actually like Sonic, man. Sonic was actually good. And
Doctor Strange, I watched Doctor Strange.
how was that? I gotta check that out. Some movies I gotta figure out.
Honestly, there was more hype. I was built up for the movie, and it didn't live up to expectations, but it's still a good movie. It just didn't live up to expectations in my part.
Have you seen Ambulance?
Yeah, I watched it 2 days ago.
I'll actually watch that tomorrow night.
I gotta watch that movie, man.
You
I
haven't seen it?
Everyone tell me this guy gotta fucking watch it, man.
Buddy, the first scene, I'm like, okay, everybody's telling me this is good. Like, what's going on here? And then, fucking movie kicks into high gear.
Other movies I watched
the whole rest of the time for 2 hours
gotta
straight,
watch that
bro.
movie.
Other movies I
It's
watched,
fucking sick.
you guys have watched probably 20 years ago.
It's sick.
Get this.
Watch that.
Believe this or not, I've never seen Indiana Jones.
Believe it or not.
I've never watched Indiana Jones. Watched Indiana Jones for
Yeah,
the first time last week. Pretty damn good for like
Harrison Ford, bud.
for those days of movies. Also, I watched Grease for the first time last week.
Oh hell no.
That wasn't too bad, but
Oh, grease lightning, go,
Yeah.
Grease
I'll give it to
lightning,
John
go,
Travolta. Never seen it in him.
Yeah, it's a good movie back in the day, right?
I ain't watching that.
That's like our Pulp Fiction. You see Pulp Fiction,
Yeah.
that's sick. It's like when our parents saw fucking Grease, they're like, that's sick.
Well, like
Because they
look
used to
at
go to like
Exorcist.
the roller skating fucking burger
Scariest movie in the world was
You
Exorcist.
know the movie I watched
There's
recently,
nothing.
man? I watched The Goonies. I love that's one of my all-time favorite movies. I love that movie. The Goonies is one of my all-time favorite movies. Man. I love that movie.
Let my
man.
kid watch The Sandlot for the first time. He's blown away. Loves the
Classic,
movie.
yeah, it's a
We
classic.
were talking about that earlier.
It's a classic. baseball
Loves the
movie,
dog, man. He loves it all.
All I know is Maverick's coming out.
Oh, Top Gun. I seen that.
Next this weekend.
Hollow, 27th. It's coming out, and I'm seeing that in theaters.
I know. The new Thor movie's supposed to come out too.
And
I don't know if I'm
Kingdom's
gonna
supposed to
watch
come
that.
out.
I'm watching it for sure.
I want to see new Aquaman coming. The new Aquaman movie coming. I want to see that. Aquaman.
Why you want to see Amber Heard get kicked off set?
Oh,
She
fine.
did?
Yeah, she's kicked out of Aquaman too.
Dude,
done.
she's in
Over the whole Johnny
trial.
Depp situation.
Yeah, bro.
Speaking of which, I don't know. Everyone heard the slap across the road when Will slapped Chris Rock in the face. Chris Rock, you're a better man than I because there's no way in hell he's gonna sit his ass back down and I fucking see it after you fucking slap me in the face. That ain't fucking happening, man. I'm sorry, man.
Let's get into TV shows. I have Mayans, Better Call Saul, Pantera, and The Boys season 3 starting up. With Stranger Things season 4 starting up.
When the hell's that coming up?
Ozark.
I love fucking Stranger Things. I love that
Ozark.
fucking
You
show,
gotta
man.
check out Ozark.
I love Stranger Things.
I think
man.
it's July.
Stranger Things is good.
I love that fucking show.
Better
man.
Call Saul, amazing.
Final
Mayans,
season.
amazing. Animal Kingdom's coming out. Gotta check that out.
City
Snowfall just finished.
The Boys season 3 just came out with a trailer.
Force just finished.
Do you guys ever watch The Boys?
I heard about it, never seen it.
Buddy,
before.
it is insane. The best show I've ever seen in my life.
And City on a Hill, I don't know if that's a good crime drama. It's in Boston, set in the 90s. Kevin Bacon, Aldous Hodge. A great TV series. Comes back July 30th. A show that I personally like to watch is called The Chi. It's a Chicago drama on Showtime. Love that show too as well. And BMF is coming back.
Yeah.
And my one of my favorite shows, I love it, is Kane is coming back too. I love that show.
What
to
was
death.
the Tate?
And Lorenz Tate from the Power Universe. Lorenz Tate, Rashad Tate, Power Influence coming out later this year too. as well.
Influence. Yeah.
Oh, no. I think we've had a good show.
Season 2 of a new era of 6Sports. Season 2.
Season 2.
Like,
giving out
subscribe,
jerseys.
share. And I think that's
Mike
it for
Hawk.
us.
Shout out to Mike
Suck
Hawk.
my cock. Let's go. Just kidding, baby. I love you. You're killing it. You're posting. Keep posting. We'll keep improving.
Meat
we
stick
should
out?
probably bring you on. You should come on for an episode when Meat Stick's got the backyard, we got the pool.
He won't shut the fuck up. I know that for a fact.
That's all right. That's what the mute button's for.
He loves his baseball. But Meat Stick is out.
We should get him and Phil on the fucking show. I'll be golden. Him and Phil in the grill. They kill it for sure, man.
All right, Meat Stick's peaced out. So later.
Peace out.
Mr. London, mate.
We did a
good
great
episode.
show today. 50 episode.
Season 2,
50.
episode 50. Looking nifty. Detroit, spitting chicklets. Golden State. Let's go. Never hesitate. Always penetrate. Peace.